Hey, what's up guys? Joe here reporting to you from Elite Gaming. We actually have week 1 in the books. Buy Forever does pull this one out, 110 to 108 with 33 stars on the Buy Forever side and 28 3 stars on the Elite Gaming side. The difference maker in this war was the fact that Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 3-star attacks. Buy Forever actually had 3 of those, which enabled the Town Hall 11s to drop down and clean up more Town Hall 10s, as well as Town Hall 10s being able to jump up in 2-star Town Hall 11s. So let's go ahead and get into the action with between both sides. Starting at number 7, we got number 7 on Agent Smith, King Jelly coming in. Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 triple, coming in with the Bowler Witch combination, also known as other things. With a little bit of a twist here. We got giants in the clan castle, and let's go ahead and get in here on this map and take a look at what's going on. Jelly's coming in from the north with witches and bowlers and a couple of giants to tank for the Tesla that's up ahead of the witches, and then he'll also follow it up from the far western corner with giants, bowlers, and witches. Golem in the center, as well as a nice spread of the bowlers and witches, following up with both the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen, and then the jump spell goes down. Soon to be, Clan Castle will be pulled, and then following it up with the poison spells. Lava Hound in the Clan Castle, which will tie up that Archer Queen momentarily as everything continues to work its way into the base. Rage spell down for the bowlers and continue to push them through the base. So you got witches and bowlers on the outsides of the base moving their ways down on both the north and south flanks, as well as mass group of bowlers trucking their way through the base. Another jump spell goes down in order to take out the next Inferno Tower, and the Archer Queen's just sitting back behind taking care of Lava Pups. So the Lava Hound kind of played against the defender here in this role, considering the fact that the Archer Queen is still mostly at full health and not a lot of defenses remaining on the base. We still have a couple of witches in the north, and then we have witches going down over in the far west as they try to crack through that compartment and get to the Archer Tower and this gold storage over here. But either way, everything's going to be directed up here in the north when you have this Archer Tower, or oh my goodness, the air defense. Anyways, we got an air defense going down, and the Archer Queen is sitting on a wall. The wizard will continue to assist with taking care of structures within this trash ring, and there is a builder's hut behind me. One of the witches will go off and take care of that, which is actually a really good thing, because normally they might actually bypass that and it ends up being a time issue. Either way, everything continues to truck south, and we have Golemites tanking for the Archer Queen. The Archer Queen still has her Royal Cloak ability, and the skeletons will continue to lead the way, taking out structures as the attack trucks on. So we got that one witch following everything up. We have the wizard that's going to go down momentarily, and everything's going to be based off of the Archer Queen and her ability being still up and about. We have a builder's hut in the far south, and we're going to go ahead and speed this up. As the Archer Queen gets really close to health going down, the ability is popped, and that final Archer Tower does fall. So a great attack by King Jelly, staying patient on the Royal Cloak ability on the Archer Queen. So on the Elite Gaming side, we have number 17, if I'm not mistaken, it's Sharknado coming in and tripling King Jelly, as a matter of fact. So another Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10, a 3-star attack, this time by Elite Gaming on Buy Forever. We have an air attack, and a very surgical air attack at that. Very patient attack by Sharknado. Very patient in the sense that it takes him a few minutes to get ready to go before he actually drops his Barbarian King. So we're going to go ahead and speed that up and try to get it going along. Alright, Barbarian King comes down in the far western corner, following up with a baby dragon to assist with taking out a structure in order to set the funnel in the north and have that Barbarian King go towards the south over here behind me. The Archer Queen will go after that air defense, and then he'll open up this compartment for the Archer Queen. His intent here is to send his Archer Queen in and get rid of that Inferno Tower. He drops a couple of balloons in order to go in on this Archer Tower while they're distracted on the Barbarian King, and they will take out the air defense or the Archer Tower, but the Archer Queen will actually fail in getting rid of this Inferno Tower. So a little early on his ability pop there, but either way, the Barbarian King will continue to truck down through the base, and he'll drop a couple more balloons to sneak in on that Archer Tower and take care of it while the Barbarian King is distracting. So at this point, he'll start transitioning into the air portion of the raid. setting in his first lava hound from the far south, and then his next lava hound from the far west, dropping a haste spell to get those balloons hasted in and in on that air defense, following it up with 2 more lava hounds in the north and a large group of balloons in the far north, moving down into the base. Rage spell as he gets in on that archer queen, and he will drop a poison spell as well as a rage spell to rage up the lava pups and have a queen pop here. As the rest of the balloons continue to follow through, and he has 3 more haste spells in order to move the balloons into the base as they move into a sweeper. Sweeper does go down, air defense follows, and then the bomb tower, archer tower, and expo will soon follow. So these last group of balloons will path down into the wizard tower, and then they'll path directly into that inferno tower. Thankfully, that inferno tower did take a lot of damage, so the balloons do survive and they are able to take care of it. So at this point, it's all clean up. A couple of minions over in the far west taking care of structures, and the balloons will take out the town hall. With 32 seconds remaining on this clock, it's not a lot of troops left over for cleanup, but it's really just based off of time at this point, and Sharknado is able to pick apart this base and triple it for 3 on a Town Hall 10. So we're going to go ahead and speed that one up. He'll use a haste spell to speed the balloons up and throw them down into the gold mine, and then they'll move down into the next couple of structures and finish it out for 3. So moving back to the BFE side, I was actually notified by team lead Hammer about MVP over there on the BFE side. We actually did have 2 back-to-back Town Hall 10 3-star attacks by Tyrant. Tyrant comes in with 2 different compositions on these 2 different bases, starting with a golem and a wizard up in the far north and a single couple of bowlers, just 2 bowlers up there. And just pay attention to how patient he is with both sides of the funnel. He's not dumping his troops. He's setting 2 single bowlers up there to work on structures, and then 2 single bowlers down here with the archer tower behind my head to take care of that builder's hut, as well as up in the far northern point of the base. So didn't use a lot of troops here for setting the funnel, and he didn't dump a whole lot of troops in order to get it done. Opens that first compartment, getting his golem in, which turned into golemites momentarily, following it up with his barbarian king and a group of bowlers out of the clan castle and a giant. So jump spell, rage spell, and then poison spells for the clan castle, and then the barbarian king's ability will be popped in order to take care of this inferno tower to keep those bowlers moving through the base. As you have a group of bowlers continue, or that single bowler on the outside of the base working on structures to the flanks, left and right flanks of the bowlers in the core. So everything's going to be moving towards this inferno tower. The archer queen ability will be popped in order to take care of the inferno tower there, and at this point Tyrant's already swapped into the second phase of the attack, getting his balloons in, raging up and using a skeleton spell in order to take care of the archer queen, and then he'll continue to move. He'll drop a heal spell as everything moves into this denser area of wizard tower and point defenses, and then following it up with a balloon to come in on the wizard tower up in the last compartment up in the north. So you still have a lava hound with half health, so a lot of tanking still available for these balloons to finish up the raid. Archer Queen's at near full health in the core of the base, and all he has left is the 3 defenses in the mortar cannon and bomb tower. All 3 don't affect air troops, so either way, a great attack by Tyrant on Jashu's base. So as we wait, we have some cleanup down in the south. We have Minion and a couple of pups cleaning up, taking out the town hall, and they'll move through these storages and move up through the barracks, as well as that archer queen staying right up there in the north, just doing what she does best, hanging out on walls. So it doesn't really matter at this point. You got plenty of balloons, a lot of heat to finish up these last couple structures for a 3-star attack. So moving right along, back-to-back 3 stars by Tyrant. Next one on JSP comes in with a slightly different composition. Not exactly the same as the previous one, dropping his baby dragons up in the north to start setting the funnel and assisting his archer queen. He's actually going to use a queen charge here to move into the base and take out a lot of structures, using his queen for a lot of structures while those inferno towers. These inferno towers are down in the far south of the base, so he can take care of all these air defenses up in the north, which is just really bad for an air attack. The bigger danger here for air would have to be the air defenses, and that's exactly what he's going after here. So he moves his archer queen into the base, drops a rage spell. Go ahead and prematurely drops that poison spell, and he does probably know that there is a lava hound in the clan castle. Lava hound will slow down the archer queen for a while, and the balloon will fall due to the poison spell. Sneaks in a minion, but the minion will get zapped really fast by the archer tower and the wizard tower. Uses the rage spell again in order to speed this queen up, get her health up, and get rid of these lava pups so she can move down into this expo. So she'll start working on the expo, and then she'll take out the air defense, and then she'll move over to her right and take over the air sweeper after this Tesla. So the air sweeper will go down, and he'll drop another rage spell and use her ability in order to take care of that enemy archer queen. So as you can see so far, he's taken out 2 of the air defenses, and he's going after a third, as well as another expo that's in the center of the base, as he starts to sneak in balloons to start taking care of structures that are distracted by the archer queen. The archer tower is distracted, and he'll get his lava hound in, as well as balloons from the bottom of the map and moving up into the inferno tower. So lava hounds are in on the air defense, and he'll get his haste spells down to take care of the point defenses, and then sneak right in there and get in on that inferno tower, following it up with a large group of balloons, 3 different drops, actually 4 different drops, as well as his barbarian king. Barbarian king's focus here is clean up in the far north or northeast of the base, and then the balloons will continue to swarm this base and take care of the last couple of structures, moving in on the inferno tower, Tesla, and that last cannon. Still having another lava hound fully intact, a little bit of health there, but the archer queen will take care of the town hall, and the barbarian king will work his way down and take care of structures as well as minions and a couple of pups. So another great attack by Tyrant, and this is why he is the MVP of this war per his leadership. So anyways, we're going to go and speed this one up and get out of this attack. There's nothing more to see here but a whole lot of cleanup. So getting out of this attack and moving right along, we're going to jump over to the Elite Gaming side, drop it down and taking a look at everybody's beloved Witch Slap attack. So Genevieve coming in with the Witch Slap attack. Do stay tuned for a video in the upcoming day on the Witch Slap. There was a whole lot of slapping going on in this war. So as we wait for Genevieve to drop her witches, she'll get her witches down here in the far south or the far western corner, and then she'll drop her group of witches up in the northern corner, and they'll start working on setting the funnel. She'll drop an archer for that builder's hut up in the north, and then everything's just going to work and start taking out structures in order to set the funnel for her heroes and bowlers in order to go into the base. So the skeletons will continue to work taking out structures. The point defenses are starting to pick off witches as they are getting healed. The healers are not focused on the group anymore. They had a little bit of a spread there in the south, and the same thing is kind of happening over here in the far north, getting a spread on the witches. So Genevieve will start dropping another witch. She has 2 balloons in her queue and 3 hog riders. Barbarian king is down, the archer queen is down, and following it up with her 5 bowlers from her clan castle. Jump spell is down, and there is a lava hound in the clan castle, which will tie up that archer queen for a little bit. Bowlers actually split and don't actually go into the base. We have a group of bowlers that will join some witches over in the west, and then the rest of them do actually go into the base. Follow it up with another jump spell. The lava hound does pop, and the archer queen will actually go down momentarily. Barbarian king's ability has been popped, and another rage spell is down for the couple of bowlers that actually did make it into the base. The archer queen will take out the town hall, as well as the bowler assisting with taking out the gold mine. So over in the far east or the far west, we have bowlers and a couple witches taking out structures down in the far west, moving south. However, they have lost their healers due to the air defense, which Genevieve will follow up with a hog rider or 2 to go in and take care of that structure. So at this point, we still have a queen's ability, and she's still being healed by healers. She actually did pick up the healers mid-route of the attack, losing healers along the way due to seeking air mines, and she'll go in and take care of the wizard tower, and then she'll get caught up on a wall. So we got 1 witch over in the far west, and then we have a witch over in the far east, and at this point it kind of looks like it's not exactly going to be a successful attack due to the amount of troops being left on the base. But this is where the archer queen's level comes into play, and Genevieve having a couple of balloons for the back end. She'll sneak these balloons in. The hog rider does help assist with taking out this archer tower. The mortar will go down, and the archer queen will take out that wizard tower. So great planning by Genevi, having the back end troops in the balloons and the 3 hog riders to assist with taking out structures when the witches did fail. So finishing up with 100% on Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9, and then we'll move back into the Buy Forever side. So moving back over, we're going to take a look at an attack by Stormborn. A little bit of Skyrim there. Anyway, so we're going to take a look at an air attack done by Stormborn. It's actually a quad hound laloon. No, excuse me. So anyways, we got 4 hounds in this composition. We have a baby dragon up in the far north, and then the barbarian king and the queen will basically be sacrificial in order to take care of the enemy archer queen. Using a wizard over in the far west. Well, not anymore. He's gone. Anyways, so Barbarian King and the Archer Queen will take care of this structure, and then they'll move their way into the base. The Baby Dragon will continue to take out structures while it's being targeted by the Expo, and the Barbarian King's ability is popped, and he actually does go down. He didn't retarget and take out the Archer Queen like he normally does. He was more focused on the Town Hall there. So the Archer Queen will continue to work, taking out the Tesla, and then she'll work on the elixir storage instead of taking on this Archer Tower. Ability is popped, and then Stormborn will start transitioning into the next phase of his attack, bringing in 2 hounds and a haste spell to start speeding up his balloons to get in on that air defense and that air sweeper. Dropping a couple of minions to follow them up, start working on cleanup on the outside of the base, and then another haste spell to send the balloons directly into that wizard tower and that expo. So then a rage spell at this point is speed everything up, power everything up as the balloons do sidebar and go down in the southern compartment instead of going in after that Tesla. And then he'll start transitioning into a third phase, basically, moving another hound in from the southeast, moving into the center of the base and bringing in back end loons on that side. So we do have 1 air defense still up, and we have exactly 1 hound remaining, which will go down now. And we have a couple of balloons coming in and take care of that mortar, and then that large group of balloons will take out the expo and then the cannon, and then everything will basically be cleaned up with a couple of minions and a couple of archers, a little bit of pups working on the Barbarian King, a little bit of beating up in the center there, unnecessarily beating him up. Unnecessary roughness, if you will. So anyways, we're going to speed that one up, and a great attack by Stormborn, being able to recover within the attack, coming in from the southeast and finishing it up on the right side of the base. So back to the opposite side, we have Invincible, air, running strong. Invincible staying strong with air. He will not transition into the slap attack. He drops his baby dragon up in the far north, and then he follows it up with a triple or stone golem set to tank for his wizards. Wizards are going to trickle out behind the golems and start working on these army camps and structures back behind the golems. So the golems are tying up a lot of damage from the mortar and the Tesla and the archer tower, and then he'll start dropping his heroes and bowlers from the clan castle, and then they'll jump directly into the base. Again, a lava hound in the clan castle. We still have a baby dragon up in the north, getting a lot of value out of his baby dragon up there, working on structures. Not a lot of things to target that baby dragon other than the archer tower, which will eventually pick it off. Lava Hound does pop, and what the Lava Hound does is kind of ties up the Archer Queen. Bowlers do split, and they do go in 2 different directions, but this kind of works out well for Invincible, with the air defense being on the outside compartment here on the far eastern side of the base. Archer Queen's now in the base, the Barbarian King is now down, and we still have wizards following up the golems. So the triple golem set, or the stone golem, provides a lot of tanking for your wizards, which they actually go in and are able to get rid of another air defense and put a little bit of a hurting on that third air defense in the south right here. So at this point, Invincible will start bringing in balloons and minions to start cleanup, and then he'll bring the Lava Hound over in the far east with a couple of balloons to follow that up, and they'll maneuver through. He still has 1 haste spell, so he's holding on to his haste spell, having a little bit of patience. That Archer Queen will make it through and take care of that last air defense, and it almost looks like a little bit of luck there, but he actually had a lot of, probably had a lot of emphasis on his golems being able to take out a lot of that stuff in the core of the base, as well as those air defense. So at this point, all defenses are down, and he has a large group of balloons to smack that Barbarian King down to the ground. And then he has a wizard, an archer, Archer Queen sitting on a wall. And then a couple of minions over in the far west, taking out the last couple of structures there. Great attack by Invincible, being able to be patient and watching the attack develop. And yeah, finishing it for a triple. So moving right along, we're going to go to one more attack. We're going to finish it up with one more Town Hall 9 attack. We're not going to show any Town Hall 11 stuff because none of the Town Hall 11s were cracked. And Town Hall 11s down on Town Hall 10s was not exactly a preferred method back during my Season 1 during the light season. So we're going to go ahead and jump back over to the other side. And we have Falchion's base being crushed by Fergal. I hope that's correct. Anyways, so Fergal comes in with the Witch Slap again. So Witch Slap being seen on both sides of the base. And it was actually a very popular attack at Town Hall 9 on both sides of the playing field. I will have a video in the next day or so on the Witch Slap, and just exactly how many different comps there was is not the same composition. I've seen a couple of videos that they want to show 6 witches and a couple of healers and giants. Well, we're seeing a little bit more than that, and some back-end troops on the other side of the attack. So that be prepared for that to come in the upcoming days. So as the funnel is set by the witches and skeletons, the bowlers will go in. We have a jump spell down. Again, a lava hound in the clan castle for tying up that archer queen, not allowing her to progress into the base deeper to assist the bowlers. The bowlers will take on the next jump spell as well as a golem, and a heal spell is down specifically for those bowlers as they start to take on giant bomb locations, and they'll move directly into a Tesla farm location. So at this point, we have a Barbarian King. His ability has been popped, and he will go in and take care of that Wizard Tower. And the Witches will continue to assist the bowlers as they move through the Tesla farm. We have Witches down here in the south working on cannon, and then they'll move up and work on that Tesla. And then this large group of troops right here of bowlers and witches, the Archer Queen, and a full Golem just about, near full Golem. He's about to go down momentarily in the Golemites. Large group of troops that will continue to work and help each other out as they move through the rest of the base. So at this point, you have 4-point defenses up in the north and 2 mortars. Mortars and witches don't exactly work very well together, but we still have an Archer Queen and we still have her ability. So the Town Hall will fall in a moment, and we're going to go ahead and speed this thing up so that way the witches will do their thing and assist with taking out the Archer Tower and the Archer Queen's altar, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it was. And the Archer Queen will assist with taking out these storages, which requires a lot of time. And then we'll go ahead and slow it back down for the Archer Queen's ability, which will assist with taking out the last couple of structures on this base. So a great war overall. Both sides did a great, phenomenal job in this war, and we had so much diversity and variety. It was just unreal. It just basically came down to Town Hall 10s versus Town Hall 10s, and Town Hall 10s versus Town Hall 10s, and proper planning on both sides. So this is Joe signing off for now. Stay tuned for week 2.